Hey, you guys, welcome to another episode of She Stays Wet with your girl, Joanna Devine. Hi. If you like what you see and you like what you're about to hear, please click subscribe, like, and love the channel. Okay, so it's a rainy day here in New York, and I am just sowing my royal oats, as they said, in the color purple. And what better to do than to just do a day of just shooting the shit? So here's another episode of Shooting the Shit. Okay. So the first thing is that on my days off and when it's like a rainy day in New York City, we're literally having a flood where you can like see Noah's Ark like go down the street. Um, on a day like today is a day when I choose to reflect and like really take care of my skin and like really take care of me. So I get compliments all the time about how I smell on my skin. Um, just like other things that I'm doing in my life. And it's just like I'm in an industry where I'm constantly meeting new people. And when you meet new people, you're always like having like really cool conversations about like diet, exercise, what do you do in a day? Why do you smell so good? Like, what do you put on your skin? What are you doing with your hair? So on and so forth. So, we're just going to talk about a couple of things and just make it very random. So the first thing is that when I take care of my skin, taking care of my skin is like a really huge project for me. Coming from the culture that I come from, my mother, my grandmother, my aunts, they all really invested in looking their absolute best. I can remember when I was little and I used to watch my mom get ready in the mirror. And my mother looks, well, when she was younger, like back in the day, back in the 80s, everybody thought like she was Vanessa Williams. So I come from really good stuff. And as I get older, I find that there's a lot of misconceptions for skin. And the first main misconception is that every skin is going to react the same way to different things. So like when you see commercials about oil of Olay, when you see like, oh, skincare regimes, yes, they do work for some people, but they're not going to work for everything. Every skin is different. The way that our skin looks and feels is specific to us. Just because someone is a specific shade doesn't mean that their skin is going to do X, Y, and Z. Or just because a certain skin is um, older or younger or been in the sun or whatever, it doesn't mean that it's going to react the same to the same product. So what is good for the goose is not necessarily good for the gander. You guys have heard that saying, right? Or am I the only one? Oh my God.
Talking about Mother Goose nursery rhymes. Anyway, that's not a nursery rhyme. That's wait, it's yeah.
I'm just being silly today. Okay, so for me, what I found works for me is the first thing that I do is a facial mist. Okay, so I wash my face every day with African black soap. And I found that African black soap really works for me because I'm going on this more natural kick. I really don't want to inundate myself with too many chemicals because I found like, number one, like with my hair, the chemicals have totally ravaged my hair. And now that I'm doing better with my hair with these oils, which we'll talk about later, it's actually resulting in my hair growing back, getting fuller. It's taking a lot of time, which is why you see me in my Erica Badu hair up. You know, she's Erica Badu. I'm Erica Badu. But the reason that my skin is doing so well is because I firmly believe in the motto of less is more. So yeah, you guys see me on my Instagram. I know how to hook my makeup up. I love makeup. I live in makeup when I'm out in the world. But if I do that every single day, my skin will be ravaged just like my hair was. So I decided like on my days off and when I'm not, really doing anything or when the world is like being engulfed with rain, I choose to really take care of my skin. So the first thing I do is I wash my skin with black African soap. And then when I get out of the shower, after I dry off, I use something called Thayer's, or is it Thayer's? It's since 1847, Thayer's Natural Remedies facial mist, and it's based with witch hazel, and it's the aloe vera formula. It's alcohol free, and it also has rose petals in it. I find that this really balances my skin because when I was younger, I used to have like really oily skin where I had like cystic acne, so it's left like some scars over time. But now that I'm in a certain age bracket, I find that my skin is pretty even and smooth. And the only reason that is that I'm not really inundating it with too many things and I'm keeping it very simple. So the first thing I do is my witch hazel, and then I do a turmeric facial oil. And this is for hydrating and clarifying. So, turmeric facial oil combined with your witch hazel. The turmeric is really good internally, but externally, it's going to give you like this clear, glowy skin. And I always use it when I'm not wearing makeup. If I wear makeup, I don't want to put like serums and stuff because the make out because I'm just all because then the makeup is going to be moving and like sliding all over your face. So, with that being said, like I'll use a primer or I'll use like a moisturizer that is designed to be worn with makeup, like something from MAC Cosmetics or from ELF. You know, something that's not too, it's not going to break the bank. And yeah, so that's what I'll use when I'm wearing makeup. But when I'm not wearing makeup is what I'll do here, which is my serums and my facial mist. I don't do a lot of moisturizing because this is actually going to hydrate me enough. But if you're the type of person that needs a little bit more moisture, you can definitely do so. Okay. So I hope you like that. I love you for watching. Bye. That was funny.